वेलकम टू प्रेरणा स्प्रेडिंग इंस्पिरेशन। मैं हूं प्रेरणा वासवानी, फाउंडर ऑफ प्रेरणा स्प्रेडिंग इंस्पिरेशन। सो आज जो हमारा बहुत ही स्पेशल टॉपिक है, द टॉपिक फ्रॉम कॉर्पोरेट टू द क्राउन, बिल्डिंग कॉन्फिडेंस थ्रू कम्युनिकेशन। एंड टुडे वी आर हैविंग अ स्पेशल गेस्ट, Mrs. Anita Parwani ma'am. So a very warm welcome ma'am on our podcast platform, and thank you so much for joining in.
Thank you so much for inviting. It's really a great pleasure and honor to be on this platform, which is booming in India a lot.
Yes, yes. So friends, start करने से पहले एक सिंधी होना सिर्फ एक आइडेंटिटी नहीं है, ये एक लीगेसी है, रेजिलियंस की, करेज की और हर एक सिचुएशन में खुद को दोबारा खड़ा करने की। और जब भी एक सिंधी वुमेन इंडिया को प्राउडली ग्लोबल प्लेटफॉर्म्स पर रिप्रेजेंट करती है, तो वो सिर्फ अपनी जर्नी नहीं, बल्कि अपने कल्चर, अपने रूट्स और अपने देश का भी प्राइड भी दुनिया तक लेकर जाती है। सो आज की कहानी एक ऐसी वुमेन की है, मिसेस अनीता की, जिन्होंने अपनी जर्नी स्टार्ट की थी अहमदाबाद से। एंड शी स्टार्टेड हर जर्नी फ्रॉम अहमदाबाद एंड शी विजिटेड 4 कंट्रीज। और अपने लाइफ के एक्सपीरियंस में कैसे उन्होंने कॉर्पोरेट वर्ल्ड से क्राउन जीता, एंड कैसे वो अभी जो है एज अ स्पीकर, एज अ कोच वो काम कर रहे हैं। तो हम उनकी बिगेस्ट ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन जर्नी जानेंगे उनके बारे में। एंड वंस अगेन वेलकम मैम, एंड थैंक यू सो मच फॉर गिविंग योर प्रीशियस टाइम फ्रॉम नाइजीरिया। यू हैव ज्वाइन फ्रॉम नाइजीरिया, तो वहाँ का जो टाइमिंग भी अभी काफी डिफरेंट जोन पर है। एंड उनके बारे में मैं बताना चाहूंगी कि शी इज कम्युनिकेशन एंड कॉन्फिडेंस एक्सपर्ट, पब्लिक स्पीकर एंड कोच, एंड द फर्स्ट सिंधी इंडियन वुमेन मिसेस यूरेशिया कर्व ग्लोब। एंड शी हैज रिप्रेजेंटेड इंडिया ओवर देयर। वो हर साल जो है इंडिया को रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं काफी सारे ग्लोबल प्लेटफॉर्म में। तो उनकी जर्नी हम उनकी जुबानी जानते हैं कि कैसे उन्होंने पूरा जर्नी स्टार्ट किया फ्रॉम अहमदाबाद टिल नाइजीरिया एंड एज अ कोच। So, ma'am, shall we start?
Definitely.
Yes. So, Anita ma'am, जैसे आपने स्टार्ट किया फ्रॉम अहमदाबाद गुजरात, so you have also lived at कजाकिस्तान, गाम्बिया एंड नाइजीरिया। तो आपके जो अर्ली इयर्स थे, तो उसमें कैसे आपका अहमदाबाद का जो है स्पेशल रोल रहा, एंड हाउ डिड दैट मेक यू एज अ वुमन टुडे?
Well, when you are from Ahmedabad, Ahmedabad has a special corner for me, like I'm a Ahmedabadi. So that helped me to stay grounded, first of all. No matter where you reach in the world, you have to be grounded and kind. And I think that was the thing that helped me a lot in during my pageant journey and during my transformation becoming a coach. Because when you are kind and when you have an attitude of learning instead of just commanding, so you explore many opportunities, you explore many learning paths, and that's how you grow. Second, I remember in Ahmedabad that there was a woman who was my mentor. She was from UK, but she used to come to meet us and to guide us in our profession. And that's where I learned my leadership skills. And of course, there I got an opportunity in one of the company I was working with founder people. They gave me an opportunity after my doing so much hard work for a couple of years. I was one of the female team leader in the group among male team leader. So that was my one of the biggest achievement. Like in professional life, if you are the only female among male team leader, it's a big achievement. Not
Yes.
going on gender base, but it was an achievement, individual and the company wise as well. And that lady made me feel that day when she told me, "Welcome on the table, Anita. You are the first lady on the table." And that gave me push that why not we conquer the world? Why not to conquer the other things? Because that's where I explored my communication skills. When you have an responsibility with you, you grow and you get a power. So you have to understand where to use your power wisely and how to use. That's what I learned. And third thing which helped me, that when I was watching everybody representing India proudly, I had dreamed that time that I wanted to be a Mrs. India. Like I want to represent my country anyhow. But God had their own plan. Like God's plan are the best plan. And
Yes,
I applied couple of times, but due to my personal reason, I couldn't go for the finale. But now I don't regret, because I would have carried the title of Mrs. India. But now I conquered two continents like Europe and Asia. And the strange and the big thing for me was that I took the entire training in Russian language. It wasn't an English training. Like generally wherever you are, they give training in their own language. Like in India they give in English and Hindi, but because I took in Kazakhstan, so the training, during that training I processed and understood that what I learned in Ahmedabad, it helped me a lot to grow and evolve around the world, being grounded, being kind, and accepting everyone. Like Ahmedabadis are very cool, they accept everybody.
yes. So that's really wonderful, Anita ma'am, to know about your early years. And yes, sometimes the values we received in our early years that silently become the foundation of everything we become later.
Yeah,
So,
that
yes, yes,
that's
continue.
true. In Ahmedabad, I felt that nothing is changed even till now. Like they are cool. If something is happening, you are always safe there. Second, especially there is no gender restriction. Okay, why not to promote women, just to promote men? That's where I felt like, why not to push ourselves and go beyond our imagination?
Yes, rightly said. So I would also say कि ये जो है gender bias नहीं है. It's really a proud moment. Every gender can achieve anything, and you have experienced four every I would say very different cultures. So how did living in India, Kazakhstan, Gambia, Nigeria, and that change perspective on people, communication, and life?
Well, I agree. Living in four different countries and different continents, it helped me to not to speak well, but to communicate empathizely. Not to just, you have to speak nicely, but sometimes you have to speak according to the culture, traditions that has actually polished me. Because how we say, how we live in another country, you are not just you are representing your country. So they will not remember you
Yes,
by your name, but they will remember you by your country. So I
correct.
still remember when I was new in Kazakhstan, they were not remembering my name. They were just calling me India, come here. So that's where I realized that whenever and whatever you speak, it matters a lot.
Yes, yes,
That's where the journey begin of communication and speaking. That words has power. Why not to utilize it wisely? And also it shaped me nicely, because living in four different countries made me realize that kindness is everywhere. No matter they don't understand your language, but they are always kind if you are kind to the world. So I want to always grow with the kindness and with the grace to speak and empathize people and adapt the new thing what you can adapt from the different countries and culture, rooted in your culture.
yes, definitely. Yes, we should root in their culture because जैसा देश वैसा भेष. तो अगर हम उस हिसाब से रहते हैं तो definitely it helps a lot, and we should be always kind to any person, whether it's India or any country, I would say. And that's very fascinating that because travel doesn't only change our address, it changes our lens, how we are seeing the things, and you also begin to understand that people may speak different languages, follow different customs, and live different lifestyles, but emotions and aspirations and dreams often connect us. So, as you have experienced four different countries, so how you were able to understand and communicate with them because languages would also be different.
Yeah, languages were not. big challenge, I would say. But initial days, you will like understand. Oh, कहाँ फंस गए, कहाँ आ गए. You will feel that. But we are human. How we prepare our mind and how we grow and how we adapt it. So first couple of months, I was not using that tricks which I should be using. I would have used, it would have been better. I was just understanding like a baby that what's going on around me, because whatever they speak and I couldn't understand. But then slowly, when there was an incident that it was a minus 40 and my phone's battery drained away, and I wanted to buy milk, and I was in the supermarket and I wanted to buy, but they couldn't understand it. And I'm asking everyone, but they were not able to speak English and they were not able to understand. So there was one old guy. I don't know how he understood, but he guided me in Russian, and I understood. And that moment hit me that we cannot rely on technology always. Because
Yes.
initial days I was just using Google Translate. So I forced myself that I will adapt it. Okay, I will remember my languages, my root, but I have to adapt it to grow better and polish my skills. So I started learning Russian there, and then I started teaching, coaching, and it was a two-way program. Like I was teaching English to them and they were teaching Russian to me. So there were kids like they were coming and talking to me in Russian, and I had my translator with me then. So I said what they are talking, because they were so fascinated about Indian women. Like for them Indian women is wow. They were watching Indian movies, series. So there was a challenges, but as a human, and especially in this era, we have to come with the solution for the challenges, not always depending on the technology. That's what I learned, and that's how I learned Russian. In different countries, of course, that was the biggest push for me without relying on technology. In Gambia also we did the same, that we ask people, we communicate that what's about your culture, how's your culture and tradition. Then you come to know, okay, what is in their culture, how they feel, how they talk. And that's how you grow and evolve. Because sometimes what we say and how we say, it's okay for India, but in another countries it is not. So you have to be very much careful about speaking and the way of we are speaking.
Yes, definitely. And that's really wonderful to know that you have adapted Russian and you started learning Russian. And before becoming the public speaker, and coach, you have also worked with the UK MNC company. So, what did your corporate journey teach you about leadership and confidence or communication and dealing with the people?
Well, that was a different era for me. I was raw, and I was reaching on a milestone as a leader. So it was completely a different transformation for a girl who just finished her college. But I would say I learned that when you are in difficult situation, how to use your words wisely, and how to use your brain and words. Like you have to be sometimes spontaneous, you have to make a decision. So my decision skills were polished a lot, and my entrepreneur skills, my email skills were polished a lot. Apart from that, how to lead, how to be a good leader, and when somebody is giving you any feedback, how to take it positively. That is a big thing I learned.
Yes, rightly said. And whatever feedback we are getting, if we take positively, we can improve ourselves, we can drastically change ourselves. And I would say that this is a very important part of your story because from there you started becoming the speaker and you created your own identity. So, so Anita ma'am, I would like to say that what lessons from your corporate life that continue to influence your coach and communicator you are today?
Well, the lessons were many, but I remember that woman, she said she started from zero and now she is on certain position, but she didn't give up. And I remember in one of the company, I joined from as a core member, and then I left because of my personal reasons, and I joined back. I started from scratch again, and I built my team again. So the biggest lesson in the life I learned from corporate in Ahmedabad was you can start from scratch anytime, anywhere, no matter. But if you have decided that you will give your 100%, and if your intentions are pure, you can do it and you will get success. So for like now, if I am moved to another country and I have to start from scratch, I don't feel that oh again zero से शुरू करना पड़ेगा या फिर सब जो बनाया था चला गया. No, it's okay. Life has given us an opportunity. Let's do it again. Why to crib what is gone? Why not to say thank you what we have? That's the main lesson I learned that's implemented in personal and even in professional life. So if you see, I have been living in 4 different countries. So हर बार zero से ही शुरू करना पड़ता है. But that's okay, no?
Yes,
Life has given us an opportunity, and that comes with experience. So in that company where I joined back and started again, but I was not fresh. I was not raw. I had an experience. So that
yes,
duration was short to grow again. सो इफ पीपल थिंक्स लाइक दिस, लाइक अगर हम ऐसा सोचें कि हम जीरो से शुरू कर रहे हैं बट हमारे पास प्लस 100 का एक्सपीरियंस भी तो है.
yes,
दैट्स अ वेरी मच पॉजिटिव एंड बेनिफिशियल थिंग. अगर हम वैसे सोचने जाए, कंप्लेन करेंगे तो कंप्लेन करने के बाद 100 चीजें हैं हमारे पास कि हमने फिर से शुरू
जी,
किया
जी,
ये किया, वो किया. बट व्हाई नॉट टू से थैंक यू एंड डू ग्रेटिट्यूड. ओके, एटलीस्ट हमारे पास इतना है. हमें आधी प्रॉब्लम्स पहले ही सॉल्यूट हो जाती है हमारे पास कि ये आने ही वाला है, ये आएगा ही, और हमारे पास सॉल्यूशंस होता ही है.
yes, yes. वंडरफुली सेड मैम कि यस हम जो है कभी भी स्क्रैच से स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं एंड वी कैन स्टार्ट आवर लाइफ अगेन एंड अगेन एनी टाइम विथ न्यू लर्निंग्स एंड विथ न्यू एक्सपीरियंसेस बिकॉज मेरा भी जो कॉर्पोरेट करियर है ऑफ 20 years तो आई हैव ऑल्सो स्टार्टेड इन एवरी कंपनी आई हैव स्टार्टेड फ्रॉम द स्क्रैच. मैं हमेशा जो है डिफरेंट फील्ड्स लेती थी एंड डिफरेंट इंडस्ट्रीज लेती थी, अभी भी लेती ही रहती हूँ. तो उसकी वजह से जो है ना आई हैव स्टार्टेड from zero always and got many learnings, many immense experiences. So yes, we should always be a learner and we should always get means हमें जो है ना वो experiences मिलते ही रहते हैं. तो चाहे कभी भी हमने स्क्रैच से स्टार्ट करना है तो always be grateful to the God. We are getting chance, we are capable to do start from the scratch always.
Exactly.
So
Now imagine if
yes,
there are few people like they don't even get a chance, they are just waiting for the
yes,
chance, they want to prove themselves. But we are from those, हम उतने तो लकी हैं एटलीस्ट हमें चांस मिला. आज के टाइम में हर कोई क्या कहता है, बस एक चांस मिल जाए. हमें चांस मिल रहा है.
yes,
And now it's
correct.
very easy to do things compared to like previous when I was working from 2008. तब ना एआई था, ना इतना वाईफाई का जमाना था, और ना ही इतना व्हाट्सएप
Yes,
डेवलप. तो तब ज़्यादा
जी,
दिक्कत रहता था कंपेयर टू अभी. अभी तो बहुत सारी चीज़ें इज़िली मिल जाती हैं. तो
yes,
तब इतना
yes,
हमें नहीं लगा, तो अभी तो और ईज़ी है. एंड थर्ड
yes.
थिंग व्हिच आई लर्न्ड वाज़ द मोस्ट थिंग कि तकलीफें तो आएँगी आपके पास. सो व्हाई टू
Yes,
ऑलवेज़ बॉदर फॉर दैट थिंग कि यार ये हो गया, यार मेरा काम रह गया, यार ये तो आना ही है. दैट्स अ पार्ट एंड पार्सल ऑफ लाइफ. सो जस्ट अडैप्ट इट एंड ग्रो विथ इट. आप अगर तकलीफों को लेके कंप्लेन करेंगे तो ग्रो नहीं कर पाएँगे. अगर तकलीफों को साथ लेके उनको सॉल्व करके चलेंगे तो ग्रो कर पाएँगे.
यस. बहुत ही अच्छा मैसेज दिया कि एडप्ट एंड जस्ट रिक्रिएट. तो हम जितना एडप्ट करके हम उसको एक्सेप्ट करके हम आगे बढ़ेंगे तो डेफिनेटली इंस्टेड ऑफ रिग्रेटिंग वी शुड ऑलवेज बी ग्रेटफुल टू दी गॉड जो भी हमें मिलता है. ग्रैटिट्यूड के साथ हमें जो आगे बढ़ना चाहिए. सो जैसे आपने बताया कि बहुत सारे मोमेंट्स आपकी लाइफ में आए थे तो ऐसे कोई पर्टिकुलर मोमेंट था व्हेन यू रियलाइज दैट I am meant to do something beyond my corporate career and what had happened that time?
Like when I got married and I moved to Kazakhstan. So that time it was like for me, I was blank because of the language and everything. So initial
Yes.
days, like couple of weeks, I would say, you may like analyze or sort out in that what I have to do and how I have to do because of the language barrier and the climate barrier. Now imagine the girl from Ahmedabad who have never seen below zero and landing in minus 25 and surviving in minus 40. So it was a completely change, like plus 25 say minus 40. That it first of all weather wise,
Yes.
physically, mentally, socially, because nobody speaks English there, सबको रशियन आती है, and you are newly married. तो और
Yes.
आपने अभी कॉर्पोरेट जॉब छोड़ के अब वहां जा रहे हैं जहां आपको कुछ नहीं पता क्या है, इवन लाइक फॉर बेसिक कम्युनिकेशन फॉर टैक्सी ड्राइवर्स टू बाइंग वेजीज, they speak Russian. So
Mm.
that moment, I decided I want to speak. Like I want to speak up, but they were not understanding it. So when I started speaking and learning Russian, that moment I decided, like I got a job in one of the school, and there I don't know how the management decided that one of the event I will lead it. So the moment when I was leading it, 25 expatriate, that moment hit me that yes, जो चैप्टर था एक कॉर्पोरेट का, आई थिंक गॉड इज गिविंग मी साइन that okay, you lived it, now you have another opportunity, now go with that. So I was exploring and evolving and analyzing how I can perfect, where I can be more expressive. And then they told me that you can do such things from Cambridge, you can do such certificates. So I went through the Cambridge certificate course, and then I was continuing evolving and analyzing my publishing skills and speaking skills. So जब रास्ते बनते हैं ना तो अपने आप बन जाते हैं, आपको बस एक बिलीफ होना होता है. So there was a
Yes.
moment, it was I think before COVID or during COVID, they Indian embassy decided to have online connection on Teachers Day, Indian Teachers Day, and they told me that they will have me as one of the speaker. And it was
Wow.
a short span duration. And like I was not that famous or कि उतना नाम भी नहीं था कि I just entered. And by the time I moved to another city, because living in Kazakhstan, we just roam around to another city because of our profession. So, and I was like, I think that is the sign. Like, when you decide, when you start working, that's how the life is now. Everybody talks about manifestation and learning. But first, you have to decide, you have to work, and you have to stay consistent and positive. That's how things work. So when I saw my name as a speaker, that hit me another time. Okay, this is another opportunity. God is giving me sign that I should work more on that. And then another assignment came. Then another school, I was invited as a chief guest in one of the government school. And it was all of sudden, I don't know how they saw me, but our school principal decided to send me there. So, one lead to another, another lead to third thing. And that's how the thing started. But since last 2 3 years, when I really wanted to enroll myself for pageant, so there they told me, you really speak well. You should go for the credentials and all. Like all the teammates likes you. They don't envy you. And I'm like, because when you are in the competition, they all are like, she's doing better and he might
Yes.
win. They were like, your communication has that they are not jealous of you, but they admire you. And I'm like, excuse me, like, how can this be possible? And they said, no, they really admire you and they like you. Now imagine I'm the only Indian among the group, but they never made me feel that I'm out of the group. So that speaking
Wow.
caliber I learned. And that's how the journey started for the speaking. And I went for my certification. And in Mrs. Kazakhstan Globe, I got as a best speaker certificate.
Wow. That's really wonderful journey, I would say कि इतनी सारी चीजें आपने learning किया, then you became the speaker, then you became the chief guest and so many things. So what made you कि नहीं मुझे कंटिन्यूअसली सीखना चाहिए एंड आगे बढ़ना चाहिए, तो ऐसा क्यों आपको लगा कि you should invest in yourself in learning?
Well, I would say the 80% credit goes to my husband as well because he is always pushing me that I should, you can do better, लाइक नॉट अप्रिसिएशन वे बट क्रिटिक वे। अब आपका कैसा होता है, अगर आप एक लेवल पे पहुंच जाओ और फिर आपको कोई क्रिटिक करे तो आपको लगता है नहीं सच में है, हाँ यहाँ मैं लैग कर रही हूँ, लेट मी गो अहेड विद दैट। So he keeps on pushing me, and with the practical example, and with he keeps sending me and showing me the things that this you can do better. And then we have a discussion. And on the profession, if you talk about, there are many influencers that keeps motivating you and pushing you, because remember, what we are learning now, by the time tomorrow it is already gone and old. So to keep up in the market, you have to keep pushing yourself, because आपने इतना सब तो सीख लिया, but world is growing and it will keep growing. तो उधर मैच करने के लिए रोज कुछ ना कुछ सीखेंगे तो ग्रो करेंगे, क्योंकि मुझे याद है हमारे टाइम की इंग्लिश बहुत अलग थी, अभी की इंग्लिश
Yes,
बहुत अलग है और आने वाले की इंग्लिश बहुत अलग होगी। तो मेरा कहने का मतलब है, ज़रूरी नहीं है कि अगर बेसिक इंग्लिश आती है तो यू कैन नॉट बी अ गुड कम्युनिकेटर और अ गुड स्पीकर, बट हाउ मच कॉन्फिडेंस यू हैव टू रिप्रेजेंट योर प्रेजेंटेशन एंड स्किल्स, दैट मैटर्स। इंग्लिश आनी चाहिए, बट सही सेंटेंस और सही ग्रामर के साथ आनी चाहिए ताकि सामने वाला समझ सके। कई बार ऐसा भी हुआ है, मैंने रशियन में प्रेजेंटेशन दी है, मेरी ग्रामर बहुत खराब थी रशियन में, बट दे अंडरस्टूड and we came along. So what mattered was confidence and communication, the words. Sometimes vocabulary plays an important role. So when you know
yes,
कि आपको ग्रो करना है, क्योंकि एक होता है कि हमने बस इतना कर लिया, अब आगे ग्रो नहीं करना। But that is has become my passion now, because my husband told me very nice thing that whatever you have to work, it should be your passion. If you have a passion, you will really love your work and you will never get
yes,
bored of it. So I decided, okay, then I have another opportunity to grow in the same field. Why not to grow? So again, I gave the chance, and then I represented Kazakhstan as well in 55 countries on Women's Day. So that was another event online. तो आप जैसे जैसे अपने आप को इवॉल्व करते जाओगे, और जैसे एज आई सेड यू शुड बी अ लर्नर, आप सीखते जाओगे, सिखाते जाओगे, एंड यू विल ग्रो. Because one of the interviews, even I see people say that, even Shashi Tharoor also say, you have to keep learning every day. And that's how the thing is. It's not about only language I'm talking about. It's about बात करने का तरीका, कुछ भी चीजें जो आपको लगता है आपके काम आ सकती हैं. I'm not talking about only घर का काम, but in general आपको लगता है ये आपके काम आ सकती हैं और ये आपको पुश कर सकती है आपकी स्किल्स पॉलिश करने में, then why to stop learn? Like even I told my mom, it's okay if it is you are 59, you can still learn English or Russian. जरूरी नहीं इंग्लिश सीखना है,
yes,
रशियन सीख जाओ.
right, right. Wonderfully said कि yes, we should always be a lifetime learner. हमें जो है खुद को हमेशा बेहतर से बेहतर बनाना चाहिए. And yes, family support is always a big support, we can say. And there is no such age to learn anything. Even I remember कि मेरी जो grandmother थी, at age of 87 years, I was teaching her ABCD. मैं उनको स्लेट पे ABCD सिखाती थी. She was feeling so happy and curious like a child कि oh wow, अरे ABCD भी सिखा. She was such a I would say कि wonderful angel I can say. तो बहुत अच्छे से वो बहुत ही दिल से सीखती थी ABCD and small drawing of words and all. So there is no such age to learn, I would say. That I have learned from my grandmother. And yes, lifetime learning always keeps us motivating and keeps us giving new opportunities also. हम जितना खुद के बारे में सीखेंगे, खुद सीख के आगे बढ़ेंगे, we can also share our knowledge to others and definitely it will bring more opportunities. And
I would
yes,
like to
today you,
I
yes,
would like to add one thing. हम लाइक अगर दो चीजें बोलूँ तो मैं, फर्स्ट कि हम इंस्टाग्राम पे भी तो स्क्रॉलिंग करते ही है ना, तो उधर तो हमें कुछ
yes,
मिल नहीं रहा है. अगर हम अपने आप को पॉलिश करेंगे तो मिलेगा. अग्री. सेकेंड थिंग,
correct.
पराई पिक्चर शो करनी है, अपने आप को सुधारो, अपना अच्छा करो,
हाँ, yes,
दुनिया वैसे ही अच्छी बन जाएगी. अगर सब अपने अपने पे फोकस करेंगे दुनिया वैसे ही अच्छी बन जाएगी.
वन राइटली सेड कि हम दूसरों के साथ कंपैरिजन करने से अच्छा हम खुद को क्यों ना चेंज करें. We should focus on ourselves. Yes, rightly said. And as you're coaching to different people across the corporates and business pageantry and fashion weeks and so many things, so also including one-to-one coaching to MDs and management. So, what transformation do you want people to experience after working with you?
Well, I want them to be a better person. That जब वो मुझसे सीख के जाते हैं ना, they are very happy. I just want them, like whatever they have learned, they should not go with the proud, but they should go with the pride and happiness and kindness. Oh yes, now I can help others, and now I can do this better, and I have learned this. Not with the like घमंड वाला attitude. Oh, like जैसे लोगों को बड़ी बड़ी डिग्री आके आ जाती है ना. There are few people, not all. So I want them that one they have transformed, they become a person that they love, and other people accept their kindness. Because in today's era, what most need is kindness, grace, and help. So, with the pride of your thing, of course. बट मैं चाहती हूँ कि वो लोग ऐसे बन के जाएं और वो ऐसा ट्रांसफॉर्म करके जाए कि उन्होंने कुछ सीखा प्लस उनको एक्सप्रेस करना आ गया विद द काइंडनेस एंड हेल्पफुल नेचर विदाउट एरोगेंस.
Yes, rightly said कि वो कुछ ना कुछ सीख के जाए आपसे and they should feel happy and satisfied and take all the learnings with pride because knowledge becomes truly powerful when we use it to empower someone else also.
यस,
And we
बिकॉज
have worked,
आपके पास नॉलेज है बट आप काइंड नहीं हो तो कौन सीखेगा आपसे.
yes,
अब मैंने उनको नॉलेज ट्रांसफॉर्म की. अब ये उनका काम है आगे पास करना. बिकॉज आई रिमेम्बर वन ऑफ द लैब लाइक इन वेस्ट कजाकिस्तान आई वाज टीचिंग. शी वाज द सीईओ and she was 65 years old lady, and I was surprised. 65 years old, like at the age. And she said, yes, Anita, I want to, because my mom is still there. She is in Russia, so I travel every weekend, and I want to grow myself better and groom myself. So I want to be, because I deal with all the MDs and all, so I want to sound as a confident. And I said, okay, before sounding as a confident, you have to be kind. Then you can sound as a
yes,
confident. Arrogant people can also be a confident, but then arrogance will be reflected. And in arrogance, you can make
yes,
a mistake. But agar aap kind ho, confident ho, and polite ho, everybody would love to listen you. So she said, it is very hard for my mom to understand that I am an MD and CEO. So I said, to speak with mom, you have a different language and communication. And to speak, maybe
yes,
you are applying those skills at wrong place, because those skills are useful for the workplace. But mummy se aise baat nahi karte. And then she understood the concept. And I remember still that we came across, she was in salon, she all the way came out to meet me. And that was the moment I said, like, she's an old lady and she owns like West Africa, one of the West Kazakhstan, one of the main cities. She has entire laboratory there, labs there, and she is the CEO. And she came to meet me and tell me, "Oh, Anita, thank you. It's nice to see you. Now me and my mom has a good relation." That was a feeling, and I'm like, she still remembers me. Can you imagine?
yes,
First of all, she remembered me,
right.
she came, she hugged me, and she expressed her results. So that was a great thing. And that's what I want. Like, if you are learning from me or whoever I teach, they should be, first of all, confident, kind, and with the grace they should be speaking. No arrogance.
Yes. एंड वो जो एक्सपीरियंस रहता है ना कि द फीलिंग व्हिच वी आर गिविंग टू अदर्स कि जैसे वो मैम को जो है उनकी मदर के साथ जो रिलेशनशिप था दैट बिकेम मच बेटर एंड वो दैट गिव्स अ वेरी सेटिस्फाइंग मोमेंट आई वुड से कि बहुत ही अच्छी फीलिंग आती है कि इट फील्स लाइक कि वाओ हमने कुछ कर दिखाया मतलब एटलीस्ट वी फील इनर सेटिस्फेक्शन मिलता है एक इनर कंटेंटमेंट मिलता है उससे
That's
वो
a
एक
personal
अलग
achievement.
एक्सपीरियंस होता है
You, you,
यस
you. it goes within you and it hits your brain. Wow, like you didn't imagine even, because after a couple of
Yes,
months, and I didn't even imagine that we will come across, और हम ऐसे मिलेंगे बात करेंगे, and she will be like remembering me, and she will share her experience. Now imagine living in two different countries, and of course, for a mother, no matter what age you are, you will still remain a baby. But she made
yes,
her relationships better, and she even grew in her business. But the point was, she understood the trick कि कौन सी चीजें
yes,
कहाँ इस्तेमाल करनी है, and she remembered me
yes,
to thank, and I was like, this is personal achievement. ये सर्टिफिकेट से भी बड़ा होता है.
yes, yes, definitely. पर्सनल अचीवमेंट का एक अलग ही फीलिंग आता है अंदर से कि वो जो है ना एक अदर अचीवमेंट से भी बढ़कर रहता है कि इवन अगर मैं पॉडकास्ट करती हूँ एंड विच इंस्पायर्स एनी सिंगल पर्सन और उसकी लाइफ अगर ट्रांसफॉर्म होती है या उसकी थिंकिंग में चेंजेस आ जाता है दैट डे आई वुड फील कि नहीं मेरे पॉडकास्ट का जो है एक सफल रहा करना.
Exactly, exactly.
Yes. And as you have taught hundreds of students, and I would say that from 11 plus nationalities, so what is the one communication mistake you see that people are making repeatedly, and what simple change they can do and they can transform their way to communicate?
They don't want to try. Like they try to find a shortcut. Shortcut is good. I'm not saying no. But why to always use shortcut? कुछ चीजें आप समझा के दिखा के भी बता सकते हैं. Why to always rely on Google Translate first? The mistake
Yes.
we do. Second, I remember in Russian, I started learning how do you say this or what you say this. Как называется? So I always it's как называется, like bottle. Это как. So I used to show them bottle. Это как. And then they used to tell me in the Russian. So this way also we can practice. Why to always rely on the technology? Remember I shared my incident, minus 40 even phone batteries goes away. So now, but the thing which you learn by yourself, you will remember forever. It is personal experience, and it the same thing I teach to my daughter. जो आप खुद गूगल रिसर्च और खुद करोगे वो आपको हमेशा याद रहता है. सुनी हुई बातें कम याद रहती है, खुद की हुई बातें और खुद का किया हुआ एक्सपेरिमेंट हमेशा याद रखता है. मैंने ये किया था, इसके बाद ये आएगा. क्योंकि वो आपने खुद
Yes.
किया था. तो यूज्ड योर ब्रेन वायरिंग वर्क अकॉर्डिंग टू. बट अगर आप टेक्नोलॉजी पे ही रहोगे तो आज है, कल नहीं है. कल बेहतर भी हो सकती है, बट फिर आप रिलायबल टेक्नोलॉजी पे ही रहोगे. So the biggest mistake is relying on technology, and the second advice is sometimes you try go beyond your limits. Like there was a time that मुझे समझ में नहीं आता था, but still I went beyond my limit in snow. I remember one day, like in initial days, my husband pushed me go out and explore the world, and that's how the thing was that when you go out, you learn things, and I found my way, the road to our apartment, and I shared with my husband that I found a new route to come to the apartment, and that was the biggest achievement. So मैंने खुद invent किया another route. Same way, people can also do that. And few things. Another example I will give you in Russian, bus stand is known as Astanovka. So I was asking them that where is bus stand, but they were not understanding it. And then I showed them this, and they told me Astanovka. Because I remembered and I learned by myself. Now I still remember that word, though I'm not in Kazakhstan. So जो चीजें आप खुद करोगे, खुद ढूंढोगे, आपको याद रहेंगी. टेक्नोलॉजी और दूसरों की सुनी हुई बातें, चीजें याद नहीं रहेंगी.
Yes. वंडरफुल मैसेज यू हैव गिवन अनीता मैम कि यस कि खुद जितना हम ट्राई करेंगे उतना डेफिनेटली हमें याद रहेगी एंड वी शुड नॉट टेक शॉर्टकट्स टू द सक्सेस बिकॉज आई वुड से कि देयर इज फेमस सेइंग कि स्लो एंड स्टेडी विंस द रेस कि अगर लंबी रेस का घोड़ा बनना है तो डेफिनेटली हमें जो है धीरे धीरे आगे बढ़ना पड़ेगा एंड देयर इज many people I would say that they believe that confident people are naturally good communicators. So, in your experience, does confidence create powerful communication, or can powerful communication create confidence?
Well, it's both ways. If you have a good communication, but you don't have, like, you are not confident how you will represent. And second, you are confident enough, but you don't know how to communicate well, then again, things can go wrong, both side. So you have to balance it, and you have to carry it like it's both eyes. आप किसी को वो नहीं कर सकते. आपके पास अच्छा कम्युनिकेशन है, आपको सब आता है, सब पता है, आप बोल अच्छा सकते हो, बट कॉन्फिडेंस ही नहीं है तो. Or I have seen like one of my friend, like she is confident, but she doesn't know. Like sometimes she goes out of the word and she says, "I was confident, but I was running out of the words, or I don't know how to communicate." So it has to be equally balanced and equally maintained. You cannot go one above and one beyond.
Yes, rightly said that we should have a balance of both confidence and uh, the speaking जो हमारी ability है उस हिसाब से. And but what if the process actually works with both ways? Means what if that every time if we speak, express ourselves, and step outside from our comfort zone, we actually become little more confident?
No, like stepping out of from your comfort zone, of course you will gain confident, but little more confident is also good for you. Then you understand कि कहाँ पे कितना confidence level दिखाना है और कितना नहीं दिखाना है और कहाँ पे कैसे manage करना है. Because if you have a confidence, see there is always a difference between overconfident and confident. ओके. एंड द सेकेंड थिंग इज, आप जब कॉन्फिडेंट हो, आप उस एक ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन से आए हो. ओवर अ नाइट यू डोंट हैव दैट एक्सपीरियंस. आप ट्रांसफॉर्म होके आते हो. स्टिल देर आर पीपल हु गेट्स नर्वस बिफोर गोइंग टू द स्टेज, बिफोर प्रेजेंटिंग एनीथिंग. So there are few techniques we use, okay, as a coach. So I'm saying is, when you are less confident or a little extra confident, अगर आप kind हो, with the kind attitude and with the humble behavior, you know कि यहाँ मुझे ज्यादा confident नहीं होना, the people are getting aligned. बट अगर आप ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट हो, वो आपको खुद ही पता चल जाएगा, यहाँ पे मैंने गलत बोल दिया, यहाँ नहीं बोलना, यहाँ पे ऐसा नहीं, this I shouldn't be doing it. So that's I'm saying, the experience teaches you better, because nothing comes overnight, and success is not a
Yes,
small journey. So that journey also teaches you sometimes, oh yes, on that stage I made this mistake, now here I have to be more cautious, but sound confident. You sometimes you learn from
yes,
your own mistake and experience. So stepping out of comfort zone is good. I'm not against, and I'm also sometimes stepping out of my comfort zone. Like when I was new here in Nigeria, and I took initiative of something, and my husband was like, "You are new here, how you will do that?" I said, "Okay, I'm stepping out of my comfort zone. Either I will make a mistake, either I will learn. Only two result, okay."
yes,
But you always create a plans things and learn from your mistake, especially from the past mistake what you have done, and that will actually help you to cure your future mistakes.
yes. राइटली यू हैव एक्सप्लेन वंडरफुली कि हम लोग जो अपने एक्सपीरियंस से भी हमारे जो मिस्टेक्स हैं उनसे भी लर्निंग करके वी कैन ग्रो वी कैन इम्प्रूव आवरसेल्व्स एंड यस यू हैव बिकम मिसेस यूरेशिया कर्व ग्लोब एंड रिप्रेजेंट इंडिया ग्लोबली सो व्हाट डिड wearing that crown mean to you beyond the title glamour and recognition?
Well, when I enrolled for this pageant, they were very clear that this is not a beauty pageant. In Kazakhstan, they told me that it is for women, especially married women who are working, how they are balancing the life, and how they want to grow, how they want to represent the country, how they want to embrace their strength and their family, how they are balancing work culture, life, personal life. So it was all about that, and I like that. So even our trainings were like how to balance the life, and how you can, when you are wearing crown and when you are having a sash, how to deal with it, how to communicate, even if your kids are around, how to behave. So we were taught all such things, not like a beauty things. So everybody has a misconception about that. So when they told me that I am in this category, because I am Indian but living in Kazakhstan. Okay. So they wanted to find a category which goes according to my ethnicity and my nationality and the country where I am living in. So it will be a fair decision for all of us and even for other contestants, and which I accepted that. So the Eurasia was like, I'm part of Asia, and Central Asia, like Kazakhstan is a Central Asian country, so it was part of that. So that moment, like when it was, they said, it was really, first of all I got nervous. Oh, I'll be representing India and I have to do so many things because I was the only one. So when, see, sometimes it's a pressure but it's a pride as well, so both equally. So you have to manage and you have to handle it on your own. So from the dresses to speaking and to showing your culture in the video and your preliminary days, how to behave, because remember, they will not remember me as Anita, they'll remember me as an Indian. So
Yes.
that was a lot of pressure. But I remember that our previous queens, they said, when there is a pressure you can deal it better. So pressure tha, but it was really nice experience. And when they announced my name, and I was like, and after that I realized that there was a 500 all over contestants from different countries, and I was like, wow, that's a huge. And out of
Yes.
100 I became the one and the first Indian. And that was the moment I felt like, okay, now that is what I manifested 3 to 4 years ago, and now it is like my dream come true. Because it was a surprise for my husband, even I didn't inform him that I am appearing for such thing. I decided that when I will win, and I'll do a video call to him, that okay, I made a win, and then I'll say the story. But that moment was like, okay, my country, I'm shining bright. It was like that. It was not for like Anita, but it was for India. And now
Yes.
I listen to videos like who recorded me, and there in Russian they are saying she's Indian, she speaks Russian, and she's living in Kazakhstan, and she's the first Indian, and that touches you. It's like more about moment. Well, and when they pronounce you as in country, so there you don't feel
Yes.
it like, okay, it's me, it's India who is standing. So that was
Yes.
a like a moment and a dream come true thing for me. Well, that moment I will feel that, I wish this could have gone live broadcast to India. That okay, India had made a win. That was the
Yes.
moment of
Yes.
my life. I'll remember that. When you represent a country, remember, it's not easy. People say it's easy, like it was a beauty pageant or something like that. Not always. Sometimes it is not about what you see behind the curtains. Story is different. And preliminary round, you have to tell your story, you have to behave, you have to express, you have to show your country cultures, values, traditions, how you dress up, how you carry, how you speak. And the moment when they put crown and sash, and I'm like, wow, that is the feeling I was, and the moment I was waiting for.
Yes. It's a wonderful and proud moment to represent India at such a global level. And
Indeed, it was. Can you imagine? Like we were the only Indian family among entire
mm,
banquet, and
wow.
when they call your name, and that is a proud moment as an Indian, to be honest. Now imagine you are in
Yes.
different country, nobody knows you, okay, and you are sitting with your family, and you are having you are representing India, and it is going live in their country, it is on the news, newspaper people are there, media is there, and you won. So that is a big thing, like हम किसी और देश
Yes.
में हैं, किसी और देश को रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं अपने परिवार के साथ.
Yes.
So that's a moment. उसको you cannot express it, you can just feel it. That night made me feel, yes, sometimes you have to go beyond your comfort zone. But I maintained my dignity, and I maintained the confidence that which needed, not too much, not above, but within the limits. What you do within the limits, it always goes better.
Yes. Wonderfully said. And when you look at that crown today, so what does it truly represent for you?
Well, crown has a, it shines bright when you see. The feeling you have is like you have a responsibility now to how to carry further legacy. That because I'm the first one and the only one right now. So you have to be making yourself better and how to create your legacy better, that remembered by everyone. Not just ki ha mil gaya le liya baith gaye. No, it's not like that. You have to keep working, pushing, and crown. Like, come on, crown up. Dekhte to what do you see? It shines bright. So that's how you have to shine bright and glow, right? And that's
Yes,
what I learned. Crown ko dekhiye, oh, wow, it is so beautiful. It shine bright. So it has their own limitation. It has how to be treated, and that's how you should evolve and transform yourself. Crown has diamonds. Everybody knows it. And diamonds को भी
yes,
polish करके घिस के बनाया जाता है. And that's how we are. And that's how we should be.
yes,
हम लोगों को
right.
जितना पॉलिश करेंगे हम उतना ही शाइन करेंगे. हम जितना पॉलिश करके आगे बढ़ेंगे उतनी ही हमारी चमक बढ़ेगी. So that actually gives me lesson. अभी काम और करना है. You have to go beyond.
Yes, yes, rightly said. एंड आपने जैसे अच्छी बात बताई कि यस क्राउन कैरीज अ रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑल्सो, कि हमें जो है ना अभी कुछ कर दिखाना है, और उस जो भी हम काम कर रहे हैं उसको और बेटर बना के हमें और इम्पैक्ट भी क्रिएट करना है. एंड यस आई ऑल्सो रिमेम्बर कि जब मुझे भी 2019 में आई गॉट इंस्पायरिंग जेम ऑफ इंडिया क्राउन, तो तब मुझे लग रहा था कि नहीं, यस, नाउ आई हैव द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी. I should inspire other ladies और I should inspire other people. जैसे जो है कुछ लोगों को पता चला मेरी स्टोरी के बारे में, तब उनको इंस्पिरेशन मिला, एंड उसके बाद जो है लाइफ गेट्स चेंज, एंड हम लोग जो है ना खुद को और भी ज्यादा एक और भी रिस्पॉन्सिबल पर्सन बन जाते हैं टू इंस्पायर अदर्स एंड टू कैरी दैट लीगेसी ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड, आई वुड से. जैसे अभी आप जो है, यस अनिता.
Yes, exactly. Because, for everybody, crown is crown, but it comes with responsibility. And as you already went through this transformation, like it's not easy to
Yes,
maintain that thing. So when you are having it, you have to maintain certain dignity, certain values, and certain lessons of life. So, how to create and go further and move further your legacy, that is also a biggest responsibility. Because otherwise, it will be like, okay, एक बार मिल गया and now she is lost. It will be like that,
yes,
that you don't want to
right,
give a message to the world. So then you have to keep evolving and polishing yourself. Yeah, मुझे और better करना है, मुझे और अच्छा करना है. That's how what I said. कि crown comes with responsibility. You have to go ahead with your legacy. Legacy को और अच्छा बनाना है, which is beneficial for other
yes,
people. Like another women
yes,
can get, okay, yes, she can do, I can do. मेरा simple सा है, for me, the coaching is I can do, you can do. And if anybody sees me, if she can do it, I can do it. And that's how the life goes ahead. Because Bhagwan ने सबको
yes,
वैसा ही बनाया. So everyone can do many things. It just they put complaint boundaries. But when you have a power, when you have a responsibility, then why not to utilize it in a positive way and with the maintain the things which you have.
yes. Right, you said. And as you're representing India every year, so what does representing India mean to you personally, especially when you are interacting with people from different cultures?
Well, when I represent India on globally on different stage, not only on pageant, but when I teach, when I coach, when I do conference, or when I do hosting, or when I do all such events. So that feeling, okay, and that moment representing India, well, that was manifested like when I was in Ahmedabad. But now when I have that, I always keep one thing in my mind, that आज का जो इवेंट होगा, वट एवर द इवेंट विल बी, वी हैव टू गिव 100%. एंड दे शुड रिमेम्बर इट. यस, इट वाज अ ब्लास्ट और इट वाज अ गुड वन. लाइक दे शुड रिमेम्बर. मुझे याद रखे ना रखे,
Yes,
इंडियन को याद रखे, दैट्स मैटर. दैट इज माई मोटो.
yes,
कि हाँ, दिस शी नेल्ड इट, इंडियन लेडी नेल्ड इट. बिकॉज इन कजाकिस्तान दे सेड इंडियन का देवुश का तब माला दिट्स. सो इट वाज रियली ऑसम. I am happy. If they call me like this, I am like, that is, feeling giving me like I am having crown again when they say this. Even so, when I represent it, I feel pride first. Second, with the responsibility. So I am very careful as well. That helps me to be in my confidence, not to cross the limits that I was explaining. Going outside comfort zone is okay. But sometimes when you have a responsibility and power reminds you that you have to be very careful, not to be overconfident. And fourth important thing, that my country, I'm representing my country, and they see me as an like Indian women, Indian lady. And of course, fifth thing, that as a woman, we are growing, we are shining bright. So they see and they're like, "You're a strong woman." So that's a great experience when they say it, and great feeling being a woman, Indian woman, representing your country, learning your skills, and being in the limits. You learn by yourself. That moment, आपको खुद ही आ जाएगा जब you see another people, different nationality, you are hosting, you are carrying that, and then you नहीं मुझे यहाँ गलत नहीं जाना है, नहीं यहाँ मुझे ये और अच्छा करना है, यहाँ पे मुझे ये करना है. So at the end of the event, you have, okay, yes, I did it well, I sorted.
Yes, that's really wonderful and you have said so beautifully कि हमें जो है खुद को जब हम रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं, we don't think that कि हमें जो है ना कुछ करना है, बट वी आर रिप्रेजेंटिंग इंडिया. तो हमें जो है ना वो भी ध्यान रखना है कि कैसे हमें उसको इंडिया का जो है नाम कैसे और रोशन करना है. एंड यू हैव वर्कड in an international documentary also, and also you have received an offer from the UAE Sindhi community for a movie. So while also collaborating with brands in Kazakhstan, so वो experiences कैसे रहे to expand your confidence, and how did they open more doors for you?
Well, you UAE Sindhi जो offer था, that was like one of the late person, Mr. Jagdish Puri. He took my interview. He was a really nice person, and I think he had a last interview with me. So he took interview in Sindhi, and he used to have that show every week or every second week for Sindhi people, like Sindhinja. It was like Sindhinja Hira. So he used to find all the gems across the world, and he used to take interview. And it was really nice, episode for Sindhi. So where all the family member will connect, and he will ask questions from the family members as well. So after my win, he took interview, and there I got offered of Sindhi movie. So of course it was a great experience. But before that, I worked in international documentary movie that was shooted in Kazakhstan only, but in the train. Again, it was a great experience. So one of my Kazakh friend asked me that they are looking for Indian couples. So I said, no, my husband is away, but I have my brother, so we cannot be couples. So they changed it. कि हम इंडियन कपल नहीं, हम इंडियन सिबलिंग को शूट करते हैं. So it was a great experience. Like I met them and I heard that how they do recording, like behind the scene, पर्दे के पीछे वाली story पता चली. How they record, how what the struggle they face, and when we talk. So it was a great experience. So पहले आप जैसे I said I keep evolving. तो जैसे कैमरा शाय था वो कैमरा शाइनेस और चला गया. How to be getting along with the mic, and sometimes how to be more expressive, and how you module and articulate your words and vocabulary. So that was like more, because it was entire in English. So कई बार हमारे words आ रहे थे हिंदी में, and then he was like, "Okay, no worries, it's cut." Because it's me and my brother. Okay, it was a first moment that, of course, like we talk in English, but हम घर पे सिंधी में बात करते हैं. It was a moment that we are, arguing in English. So when you argue with your brother, you always argue in Sindhi, not in English. That was a funny, intense scene, and it was a great experience. कि अब आपको, when you are in heated argument, because if you are arguing with stranger you can do in English because you know that you're mentally prepared. But brother के साथ आप कैसे करोगे? So that was like वो भी intentional वाला. So that is the thing it was. But it was a great experience. And collaborating with other brands also gave me the opportunity that how to grace yourself. लाइक कई बार मुझे ऐसा लगता था कि ये कैसे होगा, यार मैं कर पाऊंगी कि नहीं, मैं कर सकती हूँ. तो दैट गेव मी कॉन्फिडेंस एंड ऑल्सो द फीलिंग, यस वी कैन, क्या हो गया, हम भी तो कर सकते हैं. It's not about always how you look. It's about how you represent things, how you speak, how you command the room, how you communicate. So when collaborating with brands, it was like a great experience. Professionally, personally, the again it transformed me better. That अच्छा हम ये भी कर सकते हैं. कई बार ऐसा होता है ना हम ये नहीं कर पाएंगे, ये हमारा एक्सपर्टीज नहीं है. But then you
Yes,
feel like we can do this as well. Sometimes your expertise comes, you don't know what you have expertise until you do it. So that actually I felt it. कि कई बार we have an inner expertise. Until you do it, you know, oh wow, I didn't know I'm good at it or I could do it. Like if I tell you that over a night, okay, tomorrow you will come and we will cast you in the movie, and you'll be like, how can I do and how will I dress up? How you did? But sometimes it
yes,
goes so natural, you don't even realize and feel it. Oh, it was so easy. मुझे तो पता नहीं क्या क्या लगा था.
यस। ये बिल्कुल सही बात कही आपने कि ये जो है ना हम लोग जो है ना अपने खुद की लिमिटिंग बिलीफ्स बना लेते हैं कि मैं ये नहीं कर सकती, वो नहीं कर सकती एंड क्या मैं कर पाऊँगी, क्या वो अच्छा होगा या नहीं होगा। वी कीप ऑन थिंकिंग रेदर देन ट्राइंग न्यू थिंग्स एंड ये जैसे आपने ट्राई किया, काफ़ी न्यू-न्यू चीज़ें ट्राई किया, तो डेफिनिटली इट गेव यू न्यू एक्सपीरियंसेस, न्यू लर्निंग्स एंड वो जो एक नया इवॉल्विंग होता है हमारे नेचर का, हमारी लाइफ का, ग्रेट ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन होता है। एंड यस, एज़ यू सेड दैट यू आर सिंधी, तो एंड आपने बताया कि आप सिंधी में भी बात करते हैं, तो आई हैव another request for you कि let's do another Sindhi podcast with you on Prerna Global Sindhi Voices. I have started new platform for Sindhi people, Sindhi community. So let's do that also with you. तो मुझे बहुत खुशी होगी अगर आप अपना और कीमती वक्त कुछ निकाल पाए इन सिंधी लैंग्वेज.
झूलेलाल चई करे अॻियां वधो.
यस, जय झूलेलाल.
Actually it is a very pride moment. Like कई बार पता है आप when you are sitting in Indian community and when you say Sindhi, oh ये तो सिंधी है, he knows, she knows business or he knows
हाँ,
business and that. So that moment I feel oh yes, like मेरे हिसाब से मैंने दो चीजें ये मेरे पर्सनल बिलीफ के हिसाब से जाती हैं कि ईश्वर तय करता है आप कहाँ पैदा होंगे और कहाँ आपकी मृत्यु होगी. तो मेरा सौभाग्य था मैं हिंदुस्तान में पैदा हुई, ठीक है, और
yes,
हिंदुस्तानी पासपोर्ट मिला मुझे. दूसरा डबल सौभाग्य ये था कि मैं सिंधी घर में पैदा हुई बिकॉज सिंधी इज द पीपल आई फील आई हैव सीन इट दैट दे आर सो ओपन एंड दे आर सो काइंड एंड उनको उनको किसी से कंपटीशन ही नहीं है, उनको अपने से ही कंपटीशन है. एंड दैट्स व्हाट आई फील इट कि हु अॻियां धंधो
yes,
करे वियो मुंहिंजो धंधो मारे वियो न, मुझे अपना धंधा कैसे बढ़ाना है उनको उससे मतलब है. एंड दैट्स हाउ द लाइफ लेसन वी आई एम गोइंग विद एंड एवरीबडी शुड गो विद. हमें आगे कैसे बढ़ना है, दूसरों से कॉम्पीट
yes,
करके क्यों, खुद से कंपटीशन रखो ना. आज मेरे 10 आउट ऑफ
yes,
7 है तो कल मेरे 10 आउट ऑफ 10 आने चाहिए.
हाँ, yes,
उसके 9 है वो रह
right,
के करेंगे तो फिर हम क्रिब में जिंदगी में आगे नहीं बढ़ पाएंगे. So that feeling gives me another special moment. Sindhi, yes, and that is the another legacy that I have launched my page for Sindhi as well, which I will discuss with you.
yes,
That
definitely.
Sindhi we should speak, हमें बोलनी चाहिए और हमारी legacy आगे बढ़े. So that also gave me little push. कि when I do anything, if I'm in India, okay, I'm Sindhi.
Yes. तो मैं उस पे ऐड करना चाहूँगी कि एज़ अ इंडियन सिंधी, जैसे आपने इंटरनेशनल जर्नी स्टार्ट किया एंड यू हैव बैलेंस सो मेनी थिंग्स, तो हाउ यू बैलेंस योर रूट्स, योर कल्चरल आइडेंटिटी एंड ग्लोबल आइडेंटिटी?
रूट कहाँ से शुरू होते हैं? घर से। मैंने हमारे घर को
Yes.
हमारा घर ही रखा है, जो अहमदाबाद में था, बस वो अपार्टमेंट बदले बट घर वैसा ही है। वी स्टिल स्पीक सिंधी, वी कम्युनिकेट इन सिंधी, इवन झगड़ा भी सिंधी में होता है। और खाना इंडियन ही बनता है। अनदर कुजिन वी ट्राई, इट्स नॉट लाइक वी हैव लिमिट, बट खाना वही बनेगा जो इंडिया में था। बट I have transformed myself in terms of belief, okay, in terms of understanding, communication, living style. Living style, when I talk about, it's not about living style like how we live. Roots are same. हम आज भी सुबह जल्दी उठते हैं, जल्दी सोते हैं. We have our temple, we do prayer, havan, everything we follow. But with other things, we add on. We don't forget our roots. We carry other things which are beneficial and we get along. Being rooted and adapting new things. That's how we go along and move further. Because always remember, when you are rooted from your home only.
Yes, rightly said. And as Sindhis, that we often carry with a beautiful legacy of resilience, adaptability, entrepreneurship, and rebuilding always. And
And that's how we are.
sorry,
And that's how we are. Like
yes,
Sindhi, imagine like we have a huge great history कि हम दोबारा से शुरू आके शुरू किया, तो वही तो हम कर रहे हैं.
yes,
We go to another country, we start again. वो हमारे ब्लड में है. So why to face it as a challenge?
right, right. सो जैसे आप जो है बहुत सारे लोगों को कोच करते हैं तो देयर वुड बी मेनी प्रोफेशनल सिटिंग इन जॉब्स टुडे एंड हु फील दैट दे हैव more to offer but they fear to start again, so what message would you like to give to them and who are feeling afraid to start and to leave their comfort zone?
Who is stopping them? Nobody is stopping them. First. Second, they're doing for themselves. Like you have your expertise. You said there are many experts people who want to start but they are fear of what? People will laugh. वो तो वैसे भी हंसते हैं. There is no big thing. और ये बहुत पुरानी बात है
Yes,
कि लोग हंसेंगे. So that is gone. Third, you have a technology. इससे अच्छा उपयोग क्या होगा टेक्नोलॉजी का? Like what best? We are in the this era. Like you can spread message across globe. That's the easiest way. Fourth, you when you have experience, then why to feel fear? किससे fear? You are not doing anything wrong. You only feel fear if you are doing anything wrong. Always remember thing. If you are doing good, फिर शर्माना कैसा और डर कैसा? I feel as well. कि मैं गलत नहीं कर रही तो मेरे को बोलने में कैसा डर? अगर जब तक मैंने कुछ हमारी लिमिट क्रॉस नहीं की है तो पहली बात कोई आपको स्टॉप नहीं कर रहा. So you shouldn't stop and create boundaries. Second, utilize your technology, forget about people. That person, that people are no more. तो लोग हंसते हैं नहीं हंसते वो तो ऐसे भी करेंगे तो वो एक बाउंड्री पहले से ही बना लो. पीपल विल कम गो एंड से. आज यहाँ हो तो भी बोल रहे हैं, नहीं होंगे तो भी बोलोगे, आगे बढ़ेंगे तो भी बोलेंगे. तो दैट्स गोना बी देयर, सो लेट इट बी देयर. हमें उसका जानना भी नहीं है. यूटिलाइज द टेक्नोलॉजी, क्रिएट योर बाउंड्रीज एंड come out of your limits. Stop fearing. You are not doing anything bad or harming society. There are many people who still harm the society and still go beyond their boundaries. But you are actually supporting your society. Like that's what we need now. Support your society. Fear for what? There is the simple,
yes,
when somebody says कि मैं ये नहीं कर सकता, क्यों नहीं कर सकते? What is the problem? You have your own solution. Right? Sometimes you have solutions. You just don't want to go ahead. Everyone can do everything, okay, without harming society. So until you are not harming society, why to create कि मुझे I'm fearing this, I this. Rather से ज़्यादा क्या होगा? You will make a mistake one time, two time, three time. Learn from your mistake and come out of it.
yes,
And that's how I do. We grow. Everybody is like humans are not perfect, right? Made up of mistakes only.
right. सो वंडरफुली आपने बताया, बहुत अच्छे अच्छे आपने पॉइंट्स बताया कि दैट यस वी शुड नॉट बी फियरफुल ऑफ द सोसाइटी, ऑफ द जजमेंट कि लोग क्या कहेंगे हमें जो है. लोग वैसे भी बोलने वाले हैं तो वी शुड नॉट जज. एंड यस अभी जैसे जो है अभी at the end of the means we have come to the end of the conversation and इच्छा तो नहीं है एंड करने की बट बहुत सारी चीजें आपके बारे में पता चली एंड यू हैव डन such a wonderful incredible work throughout your journey. So yes, International Youth Day is coming on Sunday, means on 12th of August, and Independence Day is also coming on 15th of August. So what message would you like to give to our youth and to our Indians on Independence Day?
Well, two message I would like to give. First, value what you have. Stop complaining and cribbing. Because I have seen youth, they just complain. Value, हमारे पास वो नहीं था. You also know it. जो आज के यूथ के पास है हमारे पास नहीं था, फिर भी हम इस लेवल तक इतना तक आगे आए हैं, तो आप तो वे बियॉन्ड जाएंगे अगर सही रास्ते पे चलेंगे तो. सो वैल्यू
Yes,
फॉर द थिंग. सेकेंड, दूसरी क्या कर रहे हैं और दूसरों के पास ये है मेरे पास ये है वो छोड़ दो. स्टॉप कंप्लेनिंग. This generation is complaining a lot. If this country has this home has this, my friend has this. Stop complaining. Don't complain. Gratitude. Bring gratitude for what you have, and your life will be better. Just take out the two things in your life. First, stop complaining and start doing the gratitude and value it. Stop degrading and disrespecting the things what you have. आपके पास है, आज भी कईयों के पास वो चीजें नहीं है. And believe me, there are
yes,
many countries who are still suffering and craving for those things. I have seen that. So
yes,
the day you will accept this, your life will start getting better. And that's what our youth has to learn. आपके पास बुक है, आपके पास इंटरनेट है, आप पढ़ सकते हो. घूमने जाना है, यू हैव थिंग्स टू गो अराउंड. देयर आर मेनी पीपल दे स्टिल वांट कि यार मेरे पास बुक हो, मेरे पास वाईफाई हो कि मैं पढ़ सकूं. एंड देयर आर मेनी पीपल कि मेरे पास डेस्क हो. You have desk. And
yes,
mostly you have your family. People still crave for their family. So at least have gratitude for that. This youth is not valuing what they have. They are just complaining.
yes. Such a wonderful message you have given कि हमें जो है वैल्यू करना चाहिए एंड प्लस डोंट कंपेयर विथ अदर्स, बी बेटर, बी ग्रैटिट्यूड. जितना ज्यादा हम शुक्राना करेंगे उतना ज्यादा हमारे लिए अच्छा रहेगा. एंड
Exactly.
इट
If
वाज
you say thank you to your mom, now imagine, I'll just give one example. आपकी मम्मी आपको रोज खाना बना के देती है, and now for all of a sudden she is sick. 2 दिन आप खाना कैसे मैनेज करोगे? Then you will have a problem, right? कि यार मम्मी की तबीयत खराब है, but मुझे खाना बनाना है. There you will have problem,
यस,
and I accept it. हाँ, but वो होगी ना अगर वही thank you करते रोज तो thank you God, my mom is healthy, she is making food and I can eat. I have to go college, I have to go school. इसका भी तो थैंक यू बोल सकते हैं. इट्स अ बेसिक थिंग जो सबके घरों में होता है आज भी.
यस, यस,
दैट इज द थिंग आई एम सेइंग. ग्रैटिट्यूड. थैंक यू फॉर व्हाट यू हैव. देयर आर मेनी किड्स दे डोंट हैव मॉम, दे क्रेव कि खाली मेरी माँ होती तो चलता, खाना तो मैं खुद भी बना लेती है बना लेता. सो थैंक यू फॉर दैट.
यस, यस. So friends, thank you so much for joining us. जो भी अभी तक जुड़े हुए हैं and you are listening to us, you're giving your time to listen this amazing conversation. And thank you so much, Anita ma'am, once again for giving your precious time and wonderful आपने अपनी journey so simply आपने जो है ना सारी चीजें हमें बताई. And yes, obviously जो भी listeners सुन रहे हैं definitely उनको कुछ ना कुछ जो है एक सीख मिली होगी, एक लर्निंग मिली होगी आपकी जर्नी से. यस, देयर इज नो सच एज और नो सच बाउंड्री वी कैन से टू लर्न एनीथिंग, बिकॉज आपने बहुत सारी चीजें की हैं, वेदर यू आर इन इंडिया और अहमदाबाद और कजाकिस्तान और एनी कंट्री, एंड यू हैव लर्न सो मेनी थिंग्स. हम लोग जो है ना कभी कभी हार मान लेते हैं कि नहीं मुझसे नहीं हो पाएगा, बट यू हैव bring that thing that yes, nothing is impossible. You can learn any language, you can learn anything from any part of the world. So I would say that don't wait for the world to give you a platform. Build the confidence to create your own platform. And yes, I would say कि your first step may be small, but and your voice may also tremble. But जो भी आप impact करेंगे, वो definitely कहीं ना कहीं वो जो है आगे बढ़ेगा. So you should not doubt on yourself also. So thank you so much, Anita ma'am, for this wonderful journey you have expressed so beautifully, and you are representing India globally every year. तो विशिंग यू ऑल द वेरी बेस्ट फॉर योर फ्यूचर एंडेवर्स। ऐसे ही हमारी सिंधियत को भी हम आगे बढ़ाएंगे, हमारे इंडियन रूल्स को, हमारी लीगेसी को भी हम डेफिनेटली आगे बढ़ाएंगे। सो थैंक यू सो मच वंस अगेन।
Sure, definitely. I'll look forward for Sindhi podcast again. Thank you so much.
डेफिनेटली। थैंक यू सो मच एंड हैव अ नाइस डे।
You too. Bye bye.
बाय।